Hey y'all, welcome back to my series called Rappers with Afros, where I rate rappers with afros. So today on Rappers with Afros, we're going to talk about a 2000s hip-hop icon. You couldn't look away from this man. He was literally everywhere, and his music was very aggressive, but not like aggressive, but like he was yelling at you a lot. Like he was just yelling at you on the track all the time, and you just had to listen to it because he was gonna vocalize what he was feeling all the time. An ATL legend, Mr. Ludacris. So if you don't know, Ludacris is like the number one person to rock an afro as a rapper. So either it was a blown out afro, and his blowouts always looked so good and so like natural and healthy. They just really rocked it out so well. Like it looked so good. Or even till today where he would rock his actual natural afro. It always just looked so good. Like look at this man. Look at this man. But look at this man's hair. It's giving. It's just so good. It's just so round and healthy and just amazing. So yeah, whether it's a perfectly blown out blowout, which is just giving natural and healthy, or it's an actual natural, it's still giving natural and healthy. And I just absolutely love it. And I think that it will always stand the test of time. He was really out here making it so that other hip-hop artists and just black men in general, black boys, felt comfortable wearing their natural hair. Because a lot of them were, putting it in braids or putting it in cornrows or, having, taper cuts or, just cutting it all off. Like, he really gave them an outlet and a way to rock your natural hair, and it actually looked cool, and him actually bringing it for the hip-hop generation to remind them that it's okay for y'all to wear your natural hair. And this was like, the late 90s, we had the natural hair kind of like resurgence, but it was mostly around like women of color, black women. And now, in the 2000s, he was bringing it for the black men and the black hip-hop artists, the black men hip-hop artists. And I think that's really great, and I think it's really positive that he showed them it's okay to wear your natural hair. And then a lot of rappers did start wearing their natural hair and started wearing it out either in blowouts or, in afros, or just like they just left it out, and it looked really great on them, and I just love it. So due to this glorious head of hair, I'm gonna have to give it an A+++++++ infinity, cause I think that he might have the best afro out of all the afros I'll ever actually rate, because it's so natural, it's so healthy, it looks amazing from blowout to actual natural. It just looks so great, and so I just have to give it an A+. I think what he did for the empowerment of natural hair on black men was really special. It really gave it for the hip hop community, and, it didn't look corny, like you were trying to look like, your grandfather in the 70s or your dad in the 70s, it actually looked really, really cool. And so, he's getting an A+ from me. Definitely one of my favorite afros to rate. And, And this has been another episode of my series, Rappers with Afros. If you have any rappers with afros that you would like for me to rate, please leave them in the comments. And also, I want to make a disclaimer that although I am mostly doing rappers with afros, if there are any R&B artists that kind of they kind of fall into the hip-hop category of, they do R&B, but they're sort of in the hip-hop lane as well, and they have an afro, please put them in the comments as well if you have them. And if you have just any general R&B artists that, have afros that you want me to rate as well, put them in the comments. I eventually will run out of afros on rappers that I can rate, and so I will definitely end up going into R&B at that point. So you can leave them in the comments as well. But, yeah, this has been another episode of Rappers with Afros. Peace.